cold faces. Swear I'm close to fame, man, I promise I can taste it. Look at what I can do, gave my money to blues. Niggas tryna get a clue, but you can't copy the tunes. I'ma take every risk, like I got nothing to lose. Roll the dice with your life, only get one, so choose. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Season 2 debut of the Carolina Storm Rebuild, Episode 10 overall. Just please remember to subscribe and like the video if you like what you see, and I guess we're going to get into what we're actually seeing. So, right here, I'm pretty much just showing you everything that happened on the, what do you call it? Like, the roster history. All the moves I made that I didn't really do in the last video, like, because I made some more moves to fill out the rotation and the minor league teams and whatnot. So that's all you're seeing right here. It's not really anything important, but just to make sure I showed you and that it's consistent, that you're not like, oh, where these people come from. So there you go. Anyways, we also made some moves to deal with the abundance of inside infielders we had. That's not the word, but middle infielders. There we go. Like, we had 3: Noelvi, Mauricio, and Todd Tucker. So we still have like 2 more shortstops that just won't be called up yet. But ultimately, the plan right now is Noelvi's going to stick at shortstop. He has the most speed there, so I was just going to let him have it. Then Mauricio is getting moved to third base because he has that 80 arm strength. He has like slightly less speed, and I'm okay with that. And then Todd Tucker's just going to keep the second base, but honestly, I'm not sure. I'm still not sure if Todd Tucker's the long-term option. Not to say I dislike him, but it's just going to be depend on how he performs. Honestly, I'm pretty sure he starts this year as well because we run out of second base options. But our opening day, we up against the Yankees at Charleston Harbor Park. I hope you like it. Look at its beautifulness out there, and you can see over the horizons. And also, let me know if you like the thumbnail design I did for Season 2. It took a lot of work, and that's why this video is so delayed in getting out. I tried to do a little more editing in this video and working on the thumbnail. And I was going to do a little end cap, but I think I'm going to wait and like maybe wait till Season 3 to upload one, maybe middle of this season. I don't know. But anyways, here we are. Man, this has taken so long to get here. I think we've been 2 weeks since the last one, and I'm sorry, y'all. This took a little longer. I was trying to learn some new editing tricks and whatnot. Then getting delayed with other stuff. But anyway, that's not what you're here for. We got the matchup with the Aces, Shane Bieber versus Garrett Cole, and we played Garrett Cole last year, and we kind of hit him around. So I'm hoping we can get on him again. I think that's perennial. Getting the adapts from teammates. Todd Tucker's that buzz cut white dude with the lamb chops. Then Nicky Lopez, then Anthony Santander, then Cedric Mullins, the really short guy. God, you don't realize how short he is until he lines up with the rest of the team, and then you're like, oh, okay. Like, you really small out here. Anyway, Shane Bieber's last year's stats were okay. Like 12-8, 3.92 ERA. Not like dominant ace, but like solid 2-3 numbers. So anyways, Chubby has a better and builds off that year. He did have a good strikeouts to walk ratio at 226-70, and they're using Jonathan Taza as their leadoff bat. Let's see if Shane Bieber can embarrass him to open the year. No, he cannot, but he gets the ground out to second, to Todd Tucker getting his first major league action. And we strike out DJ LeMahieu, who's been kind of abysmal in real life this year. Not abysmal, but not good for DJ LeMahieu. And we strike out Luke Voigt, and that's 2 through the middle of the first inning. And we have our beloved rookie Mark Frank coming up, who had a 357 average last year in like 20 games, and they walk him again. That's been a big theme for him, is he typically gets walked. And I don't know why, because he has no power for them to be scared.
Oh, he's stealing! He's stealing!
And we tried to steal the base. It was definitely a missed hit and run opportunity because I should have went to third. He would have got there. But anyways, we're stealing for third, and it doesn't matter because he walks him again. Mountcastle jumps on him to center field, and that Can Nicky Lopez beat the tag? And he does, because the throw is a slightly off. So we have 2 runs. We jumped on Garrett Cole already. That's what I'm talking about. Garrett Cole throwing mostly fastballs is not hard to get on in here. And so we get on him every time. Alright, but we only score 2 because I get the force at first. And now we go up against the big slugger, Giancarlo Stanton. I want to draft a player like this, but I've never really seen one that develops as well. But anyways, we strike him out because I guess that boy just really couldn't sit back on an inside fastball when he's that close to the plate. And we also get another strikeout on, who was that, Gary Sanchez? Then we strike out the side on Gleyber Torres. Like, Shane Bieber is dealing today. That's 5 strikeouts in 2 innings. And so Todd Tucker gets his first major league at bat. Let's see if he can get a hit. I mean, his hitting stats are actually, his contact stats, I should say, aren't actually that bad. I think it's like mid 60s, low 70s for both sides. It's like, that's serviceable. I would take it. Obviously, they don't have a lot of power. That's just how we designed the team, just to make it a little more interesting. So, anyways, he didn't get on base, and I think whoever was just in front of him got walked. Then Nicky Lopez strikes out, and that ends the second inning. But now we're at the top of the third. Let's see if Shane Bieber can continue his strikeout. Ooh, he missed a very close call on Aristides Aquino, and he gets first. And then I did not see who it was that gets on base. So now there's 2 on, 1 out. Let's see if he can get back in control. He strikes out Mr. Jonathan Daza, I believe it is again. Yeah, it was. First strikeout number 2, and then DJ LeMahieu was also still not having a good day. And so that's his second strikeout. And Ken Grubb flies out, or pops out, but it gets down, and they make the throw anyways. So that is the end of the inning. We score nothing. We don't even get anybody on that inning. But I mean, we still have 2 hits to their 1, and have 2 runs to their 0. Luke Voigt grounds out to 1, 2, 3. Ground out, and then Mr. Stanton takes a slider inside and manages to put good wood on it, but it still pops out. And that's 2 outs in the 4th. Shane Bieber is still pretty much being unhittable today, and we'd love to see it compared to the start of last year. Strikeout, I think that's like 7 or 8 maybe for Shane. I don't really remember. He's had a crazy day today, a crazy efficient day, I should say. Mountcastle gets caught swinging. I think that was a slider or a curve, one of the 2. It just wasn't even close, and I swung at it anyways. I'm sorry, it was enticing after how many fastballs I had gotten beforehand. Todd Tucker tries to get on, and the knuckle curve again, same pitch to Mountcastle, strikes him out, and we are now in the 5th. Todd Tucker defensively though has been worth his salt, making all the plays he can, getting to balls quickly and making no errors throwing it to first. Oh gosh, then the ball is grooved down the third base line, and we still keep it in for a single, but that could have been worse if he would have missed it going. But is this a double play ball? It seems to be.
Yeah, double
homicide. There we go. Okay, so that's 5 innings for us. Well, for Shane Bieber so far, still scoreless. And we've had a great day for him, debut for him. I think, honestly, with his pitch count, he may go the full game. Stay tuned to see. But, I mean, he's been dominant, and I love having him as the
Oh, he's stealing!
I said Shane Bieber. Mark Frank, man. This dude is cold. And I know y'all are sick of hearing it, but I'm not going to stop saying it. He's cold. Now, Nicky Lopez, last year, he got on base consistently. And so far, I feel like he's got on base once. So let me not talk all that mess. But it's not. So I guess I can't really say anything. But hitting-wise, he has not gotten his first hit in the first game yet. And we hate to see it. Cedric Mullins also grounds out to first, and we cannot score the run, actually, because it was a force out at first. Anyway, you hate to see it. We're moving on to the 6th. Again, going pretty fast. 83 pitches for Mr. Bieber through 6. And he gets another strikeout for number 9 on I don't even know who it was. I'm not going to lie. Jonathan Daza flies out to Nicky Lopez with that diamond defense at short. And now DJ LeMahieu. Let's see if we can give him... Nope. He hits it, but it's going to be a fly out, and we're okay with that. As long as we keep him off the bases, even though he's not that important, he's kind of slow, so know what I'm talking. But anyways, Fran Mill grounds out to the pitcher, which has happened like 3 or 4 times today. Actually, I think it's only been 2, but you know, it feels like it's 3 or 4 because you hate doing it. Ken Grubb gets on one, but kind of misses. So, but honestly, I'm going to tell you all the truth. If that was ranked seasons, I promise you that would be a homer because people get those homers on me all the time. But anyways, not to complain. Ryan Mountcastle gets on one, sends it to the left side of, the left side of second base, and we get a single out of it with 2 outs. So can we make any? And Anthony Santander gets on one, but this park is so deep, which is a good and bad thing because we don't get homers, single shots on us often, which is why we keep games low. But we also don't send nothing. Because we're missing more power than most teams. And so when we be getting on pitches in the air, it's like, well, they're just going to sit up there. They know we can do. Okay, I did not see who was hitting. I think it's Luke Voigt. And it didn't matter. We missed the catch there. Yeah, it is Luke Voigt. We get him swinging. So what is that? Strikeout number 10 for Mr. Bieber through 7? Very efficient start for him. Trying to get his second Cy Young this year. And I'd be happy for him. All right, Gary Sanchez is up, and gosh, man, we can't put that dude away with the strikeout. He kind of, actually, I think we did last time, but for the most part, he's been a tough out. They bring out Chris Martin, who had a year last year, 4.38. It's not good. Like I'd say it's on the worst side, the wrong side of average. So, anyways, let's see if we can get on top of him. The only thing that's hard about him is he has 5 pitches as a reliever, and that's just like you never want to see that. But anyways, he watched Todd Tucker to get his first time on base. Adley Rutschman comes up, who I haven't even talked about this year, but he struck out. I mean, he has more power than most of our rookies, but contact-wise, he's kind of low. And I didn't want to pay it for another stopgap catcher that was going to be useless, you know? But anyways, Nicky Lopez strikes out. And we have 2 outs in the 7th, but 2 people on. We just need 1 hit, and Cedric Mullins tries to provide it with us. I think he does. And you know we're at least getting 2 home.
Oh, baby, a triple! Oh, yeah!
Yes, we get the triple by Mr. Cedric Mullins, and we score 2 runs. So now it's 4-0. Chris Martin needs to be pulled. 24 pitches in an inning is not what you would like to see from your relievers. It's not even what you'd like to see from your starters, honestly. I think the average is 15, so he's 9 pitches over, and he still is not finished. Anyways, let's see if we can get Franmil to jump on one. Nah, we get caught swinging on a slider, but we still have 1 more strike to give, and we need to see if we can get Cedric Mullins home. I doubt we're going to be able to pull anything deep. All right, we get it through. Yes, we do. Cedric Mullins comes home. Fran Mills goes to first, and this game is officially almost out of reach for him because the way Shane Bieber's been dealing, there's no way he's getting back in it. I think they brought out Loizaga to close out that inning, by the way. I didn't really show the little pitcher card that they normally have. Okay, we may have spoke too soon. Someone hopped on Shane Bieber, and there's 1 on, but, I mean, he's been in these situations before and not been punished at all, so we're going to hope to keep that going. Gets the double play ball, Nicky Lopez to Todd Tucker to
double homicide.
Ken Grubb for 2 outs in the 8th, and just like that, all momentum was taken away. Aristides Aquino strikes out to Mr. Bieber for, I think that's number 11 or 12. Very great day once again. Anthony Santander hops on one. And honestly, at any other park, probably that's a homer. That's just the bad part about our park is you're not getting those home. Mr. Todd Tucker, 6-2 contact, pretty much has a swinging bunt and ends the inning. But we are up 0-5. We're going to the the top of the 9th to see if Shane Bieber can close it out right here, as he should be. We get a fly out for the first out of the inning to Mr. Mark Frank in right field. Then Jonathan Daza swings and grounds out to the third baseman, who travels a pretty far distance to get to the ball, but makes the play anyways. I can't even remember who that is, honestly. I think it may be Downcastle at third. I don't know. I should know my team better than this, but I don't. Shows you how much I care. I'm just waiting for Mauricio Jimenez to come up, and that's the dude we're really waiting for. Anyways, Ken Grubb makes the great stop, or great pick at first base, and we get us a win to open up the year. And we are officially 1-0. Carolina Storm, one of the best teams in the Major League as of today. And only for today, before the season gets really started, we start losing some games because this team needs some work in the pitching rotation. Honestly, we need work everywhere, but you know what I'm saying. Anyways, we get to see them celebrating, and we love to see it. I think we also need to I need some ideas on potential players to trade for like during the trade deadline. I'm not necessarily thinking like a big time starter, like a big time ace, 90 plus player, but you know, young solid pieces I could trade for that also don't break our team. Like, I don't know if y'all have any ideas on players that y'all like to see, just let me know. I'll definitely consider moving some. I think where we would want it at is left field and first base is where the main ones we kind of need. Because catcher we're set on, second base, I guess you can include second base. Because those are the positions, like Todd Tucker I'm not in love with, and I don't know if I'll ever be because it looks like he may take too long to develop. Some relief pitchers would also be needed. Out here, you're watching me make some trades because we're adding people to the trade block. Because during that game, when I went to the bullpen to warm some people up, I realized our bullpen was all right-handed relievers, and I'm like, that's not how you can run a team. You have to have at least have two lefties, just in case you have some players that mash righties and suck against lefties. You need to make that switch. Anyways, right here we're gonna pick up two lefty relievers, and honestly, I think they're all really good pieces that will stay on the team for a minute. So you're gonna see how it goes. Then we put Eliza Hernandez on the trade block too, because he's also not a long term. He's a Rule 5 pickup that did reasonably well for us last year. Tanner Scott was on our team last year, I think, but he had a horrible ERA, so we let him go. Darwin's, and here we are just looking through bullpens for lefty relievers, and I realized there's got to be a better way. This is big because it doesn't show you on that trade screen. So I go to like the player search menu, which is what you're seeing me do here, and just look for lefty relievers and closers. I put them. There were some names I wanted in here, but they were like too good. I was like, I don't need to trade for these 80 plus ones right now. The team's not at that point. Garrett Crochet would be like the only 80 plus one that I'd want right now, and that's just not going to happen right now. So like, he's kind of cold. Honestly, I thought he was low-key too good to be trading for right now, so I didn't. Because, like I said, I want this to be realistic. We do see this Blake Walston guy. I don't know if he's a real pitcher. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think he is. But in AAA, 75 overall, a potential 20-year-old, I'm like, that's a guy I would definitely use on our bullpen. We see Nestor Cortez, who we played against. They just didn't put him in. But I think we pretty much decide for this first left relief pitcher, we go for Blake Walston. And I think we give up maybe one guy that was like semi-reasonably important. Cole Sulser, who was solid last year, not crazy. You saw his stats earlier. Jordan Westberg, and Peter Welch. So actually, Sulser was the only guy that was reasonable. Shortstop, we got rid of the log jams we have at shortstop. Like, as y'all can see how many shortstops we have, we're not going to use all of them. So we got rid of him, and I'm okay with it. So that's one lefty. Had to move him up to the majors because this is a guy that's probably one of the best bullpens in our arm. Second best bullpen in our arm outside of like maybe the closer, because Graveman I think is still here. And we need one more. Yeah, so he's second best because I thought Graveman was an 80, but maybe that's with the new update when he got traded. But anyways, 78, 77, then him at 75. So yeah, our bullpen's getting a little better, a little more consistent. Then we're going to have to start working on drafting some starters. We may have to focus on that in this draft, low-key, because we don't really have anybody starting-wise that's worth keeping outside of Shane Bieber. So we're looking for another lefty, and we see for Steven Rogers, Captain America is what I will be calling this man, even though he looks nothing like him. I may edit him to look like Steve Rogers and change that name to Steve Rogers. But it's a young lefty, and I was like, why not? I was also looking at Vernon Colbert, the 5 pitches he got, but I forget what was the reason we didn't. But we go back to decide on Mr. Steven Rogers. I ultimately really think it was a name I liked and said, screw it, I'm going to go with the name. So we go and pick up Mr. Steven Rogers if you can wait for me to stop fiddling. Oh, the Braves picked up Diekman. Interesting. I mean, I'd like it in real life because Will Smith has been decent in real life, but I mean, I don't know. He makes me nervous every time he's up. If y'all don't know, I'm a real life Braves fan. Athletics are the team I watch whenever the Braves aren't playing, but those are my two teams. Braves first, by far. So, anyways, who we give up for Mr. Steven Rogers? I'm calling him Steve Rogers. I'm not calling him Steven. That's a lie. That's not his name. Sean Anderson, Tom Eshelman, and Damian Baker. Damian Baker, I think we drafted last year. If he had better potential, he'd definitely be worth it, but he's probably as good as he's going to get. And then Eshelman, I don't really remember. I think it's like a C potential starting pitcher. And I think the reliever again was the best player, but he wasn't even a crazy reliever. But anyways, that's all we needed. We got our two relievers here, add them to the 40 man, and now I'm okay with our bullpen. We only needed two lefties. I didn't necessarily like. I would prefer to have like at least three of both. Sorry, you can hear the creaking of my chair. I had to readjust myself, but I'd like to have three lefties at minimum, or three righties at minimum, and two is all I'm willing to trade for right now. I'll just wait. If y'all have another lefty I'd like to see me pick up, let me know. Drop it in the comments. But as of now, I was happy with this. Didn't feel like making too many more trades. Because we had also one more video to get into this recording span. So I was like, well, that's enough time wasted. The fact that this 60 guy is still here is kind of pathetic. And they had him in the setup role of all places. I'm like, he does not need to be there. He's not that good. So I moved him. He's there, and I haven't moved him down, but he will definitely be replaced at some point. Now, actually, if y'all have a lefty I want me to pick up, that's the guy I'll be replacing. I'll probably move him in the deal because I don't think he has a future here. Anyways, for the next game, I believe we choose to go against Minnesota on the 29th, I believe is the day we chose. So now we got to sit and see how the team does until there. We're at 2-3, 5 games in already. And we have some issues with minimum numbers of players. Y'all know how it goes when you trade prospects. You have to go and try to fill out your bullpen, and it's all annoying. Anyways, I think I cut it all out for y'all. And we are here. Simming, we are 5-4 at the start of the season, still down. Cut out another part of it, having the same thing happen again. But the Braves are calling for an offer. Unless it's Ozzy, Acuna, Riley, I really don't care what you got to offer. But actually, this trade was very interesting to me. I just didn't think he fit our timeline. Because I didn't show it here, but his contract, I think he's up for like a free agency after this year. And I'm like, this team's not even ready to compete. I'm not willing to pay a reliever max like free agent money yet because I don't know. Like, this team's not ready to win. So I'm paying you a lot of money just to go home at the end of the year. That's not what I'm trying to do. So that's the ultimate reason. Eliza is also been like, he's too good of a starter to get rid of so far, so I just had to decline it. But Arano is somebody I normally like using a little bit, if I'm being honest with you. Then the White Sox call with a deal, and they make it really interesting with Michael Kopech. I like a lot in real life. 1.5 mils for Eliza, but I was looking at it and was like, we don't have anybody I want to call up. But honestly, I still think I should have taken that deal, if I'm being honest with myself, and then just signed one in free agency and let the 5 spot just be what it be. I may go on making this next episode. No, he's a righty. I don't really need any more righties either. That's really another reason. But Nicky Lopez lands himself on the injured list. I didn't see for how long. I think it's like a couple months, honestly. And so that brings somebody else up who was not in the long-term plan. Let me not say in the long-term plan, but he wasn't in the plans immediately to go to shortstop. And we lose our diamond defense at the position. And I guess we're just going to have to live with Mr. Gets on base not being on base for quite a long time. Anyways, we're going to Target Field out in Minnesota to play Michael Pineda in the Twins La Bomba squad. And so far, Michael Pineda has been crazy this year. 0-2 record, but he has a 0.92 ERA. So, like, he's given up 1 run, maybe, in both of those games. To lose, maybe? Like, honestly, I think that's... If I do the math, yeah, that should be 2 runs. That's crazy, though. 0-2. That's some DeGrom numbers almost right there. Mark Frank hasn't been off to the best start, like, especially since he started off so hot last year. But he takes his first pitch of the game deep. And I say first pitch, I know it says 3-1 count. We quick pitch him to keep the games moving a little faster. Mark Frank jumps on the first pitch by Mr. Pineda and spikes that ERA a little bit. It was 0.92 and now it's above 1. Thanks to Mr. Mark Frank, who gives him a lift out of here. And that's home run number, I think it was number 4 for him for the... No, I'm tripping. Actually, I may not be. Whatever. It's a home run for him. And we're moving on to Adam Hall, who is Nicky Lopez's replacement. I don't know really much about the guy. I just know he's probably one of the faster. I think he's actually the fastest on the team as of now. Ooh, Cedric Mullins jumps on. Never mind. He jumped on it. It was a perfect hit, but it's a line out to center field. I don't think that's Buxton actually out there. But it doesn't matter. We don't score anything off of it. Franmil jumps on one as well, and it's just not leaving out here. That was if we pulled or pushed it to the opposite side, it was homered. But center field, it was going nowhere. And Buxton's getting on it. Grubb jumps on one with the perfect hit as well. And we're trying to go first to third with Mr. Adam Hall, and the 89 speed is not enough. Whoever that there in right field for them has a hose and made sure to stop us. DL Hall, I think this is his first. It's not his first start, but it's y'all's first time seeing him start in the major league, because I think we simmed his first major league debut, which is probably the game we should have played. But I didn't really want to play some of those teams. We had played them enough. I didn't want to play the Red Sox again. I didn't want to play the Yankees again. So I wanted to play something new. So we chose the Twins. Anyways, DL through their first inning is scoreless. Didn't allow anybody on. And we are going to the second inning where Mountcastle drills Mr. Pineda. And I think it was like his kneecap almost. So that kneecap could be a little sore for him. But he stays in the game. And now we have two people on. He's getting a little wild, probably because that kneecap hurts a little bit. I mean, you're getting drilled by like a 100-mile-per-hour ball back at your knee. It's not going to feel too good. There's a third person on. Then he walks Todd Tucker, and so he walks in a run because the bases were loaded. And Mark Frank's back, and they bring out the skipper to talk to Pineda. And Mark Frank hits one pretty well. He was slightly early, which is the only reason why it wasn't gone again, or at least hitting the fence. But he brings another run on a sac fly, and it's 3-0. Cedric Mullen pops up off of inside fastball, and we don't get to score any more runs, but the damage has been done. It is 3-0. Tim Anderson strikes out Mr. DL Hall. I think that was his first major league strikeout, but that's something like there's been a lot of movement.
Where's the ambulance? Why the man body still right there?
Wow. I think that was Carlos Santana that jumped on one 360 feet and took DL deep for the first run of the game. But yeah, as I was saying, well, even Carlos Santana's not supposed to be there. So they've made a lot of moves. And I'm not sure how I feel about these moves, honestly. I don't know if they were winning moves. I like Tim Anderson. I like him a lot. I'd still move him to second base. But I don't think they're necessarily winning moves, especially when their pitching needs probably a little more help. They got Yermin Mercedes from the White Sox and Manuel Margot from the Rays, it looked like. They made a lot of moves. So, I mean, whatever they're trying to do, they're trying to get it working at least. Ooh, Franmil hops on one, but he can't, I don't know. I have an issue squaring up balls with Mr. Franmil, so, because if that 99 power should be taking advantage of so much, but we keep flying out. And Mr. Ken Grubb swings at a changeup low. I'm going to tell y'all the reason I swung is because he had thrown a fastball there to begin the inning, and I thought he went back there and I had taken it, and so I thought he did it again. See, like right there. And I had missed. But anyways, on to the next batter. Well, to their next batter. We have DL back out pitching. And Santander flies out there to make the play. Okay, so Franmil's the DHing right now, which makes the most sense. Grounds out to the third baseman, who I never figured out who it was, so I can't really call out his name. I need to pay attention to who's coming up to pitch or hit, because that's the only way I'm going to figure it out. It's got to be Mountcastle, actually. It's got to be, because first base is Kid Grubb, and left field is Santander, so it's got to be Mountcastle. So, okay, cool. Figured it out just like that. That went through 4, 3-1 counts the game still. Santander, if there was no shift, would have had a single. But the shift is on, so he grounds out to the second baseman. That was, I don't know about y'all, but that fastball looked like a cutter to me. And that's I don't know. I was very tempted to swing on it. The only reason I didn't is because I had the controller down, if I'm being honest with you. Ooh. That's a very good piece of hitting. I don't think that one was in the... I think that was the corners. The computer normally don't hit corners. Real life people do, because that's where we all jam, but computer don't hit corners normally. Luis Arias gets on one, but it's grounds. I mean, it flies out, and Luis Arias is not known for any type of power, so it was surprising he got one that deep on me, because I kind of pitched to the contact guys and just try to ground them out, especially if they're not fast. Can we make the double play here? Adam Hall to
double
Todd
homicide.
Tucker to Ken Grubb for the double play to get us out the 4th inning. Adam Hall comes up to get his first, see if he can get his first hit. And he does not. He grounds out to Tim Anderson. That is at a 6-3 double play. Hate to see it. But not double play. 6-3 ground out. Franmil strikes out swinging, and it's just not been a day for Franmil. He's had good contact on 2 hits. Well, 1 hit, really. That other flyout wasn't that good. It's Ken Grubb, man. This is why you have to have, why I care about defense so much. If that's anybody with silver defense or worse, they're not making that play. Ken Grubb makes some game-saving grabs. Manuel strikes out. So DL Hall, I would say, has had a very, very solid start. Not crazy amount of strikeouts. I think he has like 2, 3 maybe at this point in the game. But I mean, he's limited base runners. His only run has been that home run that was low-key a wall scraper, but you can't be too mad at it, right? Anyways, I think we're going on to the
Got him!
of the day. I'm just going to show you a little bit of Mauricio Jimenez, who's the prospect we are watching this year. Last year was Mike Frank. We're watching Mauricio Jimenez all this year. But that's pretty much all I have today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and comment if you did. And I appreciate y'all rocking with me. May the Lord keep y'all the next time I see y'all. Have a good one. Peace.